So you're thinking about moving to Bend, Oregon, and you want to be in the center of it all. Well, that's exactly what we're going to be covering in today's video. Today, we're doing a vlog style video in Old Bend, the Old Bend subdivision right here in downtown Bend, just off of the commercial area of downtown, just to the east of Drake Park. We are in the center of it all. Some of the most historic homes in all of Central Oregon are right here. We're going to walk by them here very soon, give you guys a lay of the land, a feel for this neighborhood, just to show you guys what it's all about here in the old and most historic neighborhood in all of Bend, Oregon.
If this is your first time on the channel and you'd like to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, playing, the good and the bad of Bend, Oregon and the surrounding areas, subscribe to the channel and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about what's going on around here. My name is Zach Nutter. This is Ryan Rudloff, both licensed brokers with eXp Realty in the state of Oregon. We get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking to make the move here to Bend, Oregon. We absolutely love it. So whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd love to connect with you guys. So with that being said, let's take a tour through Old Bend. This is one of the most iconic neighborhoods in Bend. Some of these homes are over 100 years old. We can't wait to show them to you. So let's get moving. We're in Old Bend. So Bend was a lumber town. So this was a mill town built by lumber. And a lot of these homes in Old Bend are old mill workers, people that ran the mills. So we're so close to the old mill where all the mills were, and we're kind of between the old mill and downtown. This is where people made their homes. So you get a lot of houses in here that are over a century old. Absolutely gorgeous, very unique style compared to what you see being built here in Bend now. Right behind us, we have a home that's listed a little over $3 million by Cascade Sotheby's, but we are, we're 2 or 3 minutes from downtown. We're right next to the river. We're smack dab in the middle of all the beauty of Bend, Oregon.
And when Zach says that we're 2 or 3 minutes from downtown, that's not driving distance. We are in a very central location right now. So Drake Park is to our right here. We got the west side on the other side of the Deschutes River.
Spit it out, Junior!
On the other side of the Deschutes River, just right over there. So we are in a very central location right now. And like Zach said earlier, these homes are up to 100 years old. Some of them have historic markers on them in the front yard. So there are interesting regulations that they get to go through that are unique to just the homes themselves when it comes to improving those houses or renovating those houses right now. It is a very special area that basically no other part of Central Oregon can say that they have something similar to right here.
Yeah, so important to note what Ryan was just saying. So these, most of these are historically designated homes. So it is required, if you're gonna paint the house, if you're gonna add on to the house, if you're gonna make major changes of any kind, that you have to go through a board approval. There's a historic planning commission here in Bend. And so just know that if you're looking to buy in this area, there are a few more hoops that you have to jump through in order to make changes, renovate and stuff. But they do that in order to keep it historic, right? To keep that feeling that
Absolutely.
When you're down here, it's definitely a completely different vibe than anywhere else in Bend. It kind of takes you back in time. It's gorgeous. The location's unbeatable. So they want to keep that feeling here. They want people to be able to come down here and enjoy this area and feel like it did 100 years ago.
Like this house right behind us here. There is not a house like this anywhere else in Central Oregon.
No.
The one right behind. It's crazy. But that thing, I don't even know when the last time that thing was on the market, but it is unique to everything else.
It's got to be on close to an acre of land at least. It's actually the McCann house.
Okay, it's got a name.
Thomas McCann was the first manager of the Shevlin Hickson Company in Bend. This house had a central vacuum system built in 1916.
Wow. And
they had the foresight to put central vacuum in. I wonder if nobody used that, like nobody uses central vac still today, but pretty interesting that they had, they're like, hey, what cool thing can we have here? Let's put a vacuum cleaner in the walls.
Totally.
But
coming up to another house just like it, very unique in its own right.
Yeah, this is the Carl and Dora Johnson house, Drake Park Neighborhood Historic District, built in 1916. So, that house is 107 years old. One of the interesting things about some of these older homes in Bend that you don't find anywhere else in Bend is a lot of them have basements. So a lot of homes in Central Oregon don't have basements, particularly here in Bend, because we are really on bedrock. So you start digging out a foundation, and a lot of times you'll hit rock pretty quick when you're digging down. You get you get further south to like the Lapine area, and the soil becomes a lot sandier. But here in Bend, we have a lot of rock. So I don't know why they were putting that in, other than maybe people had moved here from areas that all had basements, and that was just the standard procedure. And so they just dealt with whatever they needed to deal with to build that. But current modern building techniques here in Bend do not include basements because they're just not cost effective to build here. But a lot of these older homes have them.
Bend has 13 distinctive neighborhoods. And so we're doing a series now on all 13 of those neighborhoods. We've done one on the Orchard District, on Aubrey Butte. Now we're in Old Bend. And so you're seeing what we're seeing as we're strolling through these neighborhoods right now. And every single home is unique in its own right. And like we talked about earlier, most of them are at least 80 years old. And so many of them have been renovated, sometimes multiple times, but they're in this location that you just can't reinvent. And that's what's so interesting about this particular area and this stretch of Bend right here. As we're walking on the sidewalk here, we're coming up to a couple commercial areas that are historic in their own right, but it's all about proximity. Right here, our location is truly second to none. If you like to be in the middle of it all. I had a client recently was looking in Midtown Bend, but it was just too far away from some of the action. And they're from Seattle, they're from a bigger city, and they want to be right in the thick of it all. So a neighborhood like this area here would truly speak volumes to anybody that's looking to relocate to a city like Bend that might be and probably is smaller than the city that you're relocating from, but you still want to be right in the center of all the action.
Another unique thing about this area is the lots are really large. So most of them are half-acre lots. And so there's so few of these homes that the roads aren't full of traffic, right? So we've been cruising down this sidewalk here for 5 minutes, and I think we may have seen one car, but it's just so quiet. The only noise we're really getting is the whistle of the wind through some of these beautiful trees. We're in the fall. We just shot a video about fall here. It's an amazing time to be here. But this area is so unique and one of a kind for Bend. You'll never see another neighborhood like it. And so many of the houses have been renovated. The price point in this area is, I mean, the lowest I've seen recently is like $835, all the way up to close to $4 million. So some absolutely gorgeous homes, but you definitely pay for the location, and it's totally worth it. This is an amazing area that you can't recreate anywhere else, right?
You really can't. Downtown is a couple minutes away. The west side of Bend is a couple minutes away, not by car either, okay? Drake Park, a couple minutes away. We're walking by a commercial building right now. In fact, the Iron Horse is one of the most historic antique shops in all of Bend. It looks like
the Iron Horse is gone. Looks like it's been gone for a while.
Looks like it's beyond historic right now as we walk by it. But the point is there's little boutique restaurants in this area. We're close to downtown. We're close to the old Mill District. We're close to the river, okay? If you want to get to a park, there's probably half a dozen parks within just a short distance of this neighborhood right here. So again, we are reiterating the fact that you are in the center of it all when it comes to a historic style neighborhood. And a lot of people don't necessarily want newer subdivisions, new builds. They want something with character or a little bit more of a story to tell. And that's what this neighborhood truly is all about.
It's interesting. So like this house to the left of us right now, super modern, very contemporary. And then you're going to see 5 or 6 craftsman style homes. And then you'll see something that's a little more mountain modern or like a bungalow style. It has such a unique mix Originally, a lot of these houses were either bungalow, cottage style, or craftsman. And as time's gone on and people have moved in, they've changed some of that, brought in some more of the modern architecture. But it has such a nice mix. It's a very interesting place. I'm enjoying just walking down here and checking things out.
Absolutely.
I haven't been down here in a long time just because no need to, right?
You just drive through it, typically.
But if you lived here, I mean, it's such a peaceful, quiet place. And for being so close to all the action of Bend, you would feel like you're way out because you don't feel the hustle and bustle right here. But within seconds, you're in the hustle and bustle.
Absolutely. So this is one of 13 of the neighborhoods that we discussed. It's the smallest in terms of its size. It's just a small little pocket of Bend, but it's the most historic, right? And so the older homes of Bend are going to be here, and maybe a couple other little subdivisions like Midtown, the Orchard District, maybe Larkspur has a couple of those homes. But ultimately, if you're looking for a home that has true character and a lot of curb appeal, along with just a rich history of existing for a long time. Since Bend was incorporated, I think maybe in 1910, and most of these homes here came shortly after. So you're right here in the center of it all, which is pretty unique.
It's a really fantastic, we just saw the first car that I've noticed go by. So peaceful in here. They do have a few areas that have some apartments. They've got a lot of smaller homes, and then you'll see some 5,000 to 6,000 square foot, just mansions like that White House we showed you.
Historic homes, yeah.
So if you would like a tour of Old Bend, we'd love to take you on it.
Absolutely.
So reach out to us, call us, text us, email us. We want to help you guys make
Starts
the move
with you guys
to this beautiful place. So that being said, subscribe to the channel, like this video, tap the bell for notifications, and we will see you on the next tour of one of these beautiful 13 neighborhoods here in Bend.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.